Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are getting back to the Faith Field Notes journal. And today I've decided this page that I don't like, I'm going to cover it up. I had a pocket here, I tore it out, and so now I'm going to take this piece of paper from the kit that I had said was an extra page to do what you want with it, and I'm going to make a double pocket with like accordion folds on each side so it pulls open, and then I'm going to put tabs with string to shut them. So I haven't actually done this before. So I have used a paper bag before. I'm cutting this off. I want these eggs. I like this design and it's set over, so I'm just going to cut this edge off here. And it looks like, let's see, oh, an inch. Wow, what do you know? Okay, so I'm going to cut an inch off and get my little cutting board out from the Dollar Tree store and an X-Acto knife and just cut it that way. So it's been a little gap between videos. Sorry about that. I am very excited because I was kind of wondering what to do next. There's so many things to do, but I was kind of praying and looking for inspiration about what to do next, and just needed some fresh ideas for journals and stuff. And so I stumbled upon, I know it was God, but I stumbled upon with the help of the Holy Spirit. Okay, so I'm going to mark this. Try to mark it on this side. Okay. And that is, so I'm going to use 5 and an 1/8. Let me just double check this. Yeah, it'll just be inside of the page, which is what I want. I want a little bit of breathing room, just a little bit on each end. So anyway, one more time. Measure twice, cut once. 1, 2, 3 of whatever those things are. 5 and 1, 2, 3. I found Tanya Samuels. I don't know if you all have ever seen her videos, but she does some beautiful and very complex junk journals, and it really inspired me. And so I have begun to work on that, and I've decided that it's going to be on wisdom, the book of Proverbs, wisdom. Okay, so this, I'm going to, let's see, do I need to trim it at all? I think it's the right size. I'm going to cut it in half. Sorry to keep interrupting myself, but so it's just one little notch short of 8 inches. So I'm just going to cut 4 because I don't think you'll be able to tell. As long as it's 4, as long as I measure 4 from this side, it'll be straight. She inspired me watching her. She did and I will put links when I do this back to her project, because it's not exactly like hers, but it is certainly a nod to her project that she did. And she doesn't do kits that are, measured out. She uses, like, she just kind of folds it up. She just kind of makes it as she goes. So I thought that it might be helpful for some people to have everything measured out for you. And so you can cut it out and assemble it with somebody, just kind of go along with me like I do these journals. But I think you're going to find it very interesting and fun. And okay. And so if you've been looking for a challenge, this ought to be one, I think. It's been a challenge as I've designed it. I know that. And it's going to have a ton of pockets. And it's actually just it's a journal that's tied into the middle of it. So the actual journal part of it is not the most important thing. It's sort of a, I guess we'll call it a folio, because it's got all kinds of folds and things going on, and then you've got a journal that's tied into the middle of it that you can remove if you want to and change it, and it's just super cool. So while I've been trying to do that and figure it out, measure and design it to fit on the paper that we use in our printers, I've kind of not been shooting videos as much as I normally do. So sorry about that. Okay, so that will go like that. Okay, so now I'm going to make some sort of hinges on the inside, or folds, sort of like a paper sack has. And so what I'm going to do, let's see if I want it like this. I'm going to cut a strip, and this is just thin, very thin, as thin as you can find, scrapbooking paper from Hobby Lobby. And I want it to be just short of this. So this is, how much did I say? 4 inches. So I'm going to cut a strip that is 3 3/4, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to fold just a little glue flap. And so it doesn't really matter, just make a little flap. And then, oh, let's see. I think I'll do an inch. I'm going to do 1.5 inches. So I will measure that just so we can all know what's going on, in case you're following along here and trying to do what I'm doing. And then I'm going to make like, I don't know, like 1/4 of an inch for a glue flap on that side. So 1.5 inches and 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so I broke down and ordered a scoring pad. I've been resisting it for 2 years, and I thought, oh well, if I'm gonna do, I'm really liking these accordion folds a lot, and so those I think are a good excuse for having a scoring board. So that hasn't come yet. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this. This is a glue flap, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm just going to fold this in half. And so let me see if this works. So what it'll do is I'll glue it here on the edge and glue that to the page, and then it will give me that much of an opening. And that's what I was hoping for, except that I got the pretty side, the wrong side out. So I'm going to fold this the other way. I'm going to fold this back, and this back, so that when I glue it, it'll be the pretty side out. Okay, so that's going to work, I think. So I'll go ahead and, guess I can use this thing. Let's see, so like, okay, so you've got 4, and you're going to fold them in half. Good heavenly days. Okay. All right, so we've got 4 of these. And we're going to take our page. And we are going to take our glue. If I can figure out what I did with it. There it is. And hopefully my glue works. And I'm going to glue this gusset on first. Put here to this edge. And then glue this one. Let's see. I want the pretty side out. So I'm going to glue this over on this side. Down towards the bottom edge. And it should look like that on the back. And then this one, the same thing. So this goes pretty side out, down towards the bottom. And then the other one, pretty side out. And down towards the bottom. Okay. And then we're just going to glue. Oh, wait, I better do the bottom one so I know. Yeah, this will go at the very bottom. So I'm going to put some glue down here. And I'll put some on this edge here just a little bit, and over here, and across here. And try to grab this thing and glue it flat down to the page. And it should open up at the top like that. Uh-oh. You know what I forgot to do is put the tabs. Okay, let me stop. All right, so what I've got is a scrap of cardstock, and I've got this brown craft paper, and I'm going to actually, might as well glue it together. And then I'm going to cut a circle and see if that will work for me. Because I'm going to make tabs for the top and bottom. And put the circles like we make. See if I can get two. Ooh, I don't know if I can get 2 circles out of this or not. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 of those. If I can get another one out of this. Yeah, good. All right. So it can be any shape. It can be any, you know, anything, any kind of, it can be a rectangle. It doesn't matter what the shape is. And I'm going to use some Distress ink. And my intention was to glue this under the pocket, which I did not do. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it wrap around to the other page. which will just be like, it'll show like that. And so that will be what I attach my circles to. So now I'm going to take my 1-inch punch and just punch some circles. This is some sort of scrap paper I've got. And I usually do 2 for each circle. So that'd be, this is pretty stiff. So I think I'm going to glue 2 together, and then so I need 4 circles because I'm going to glue them together to make them thicker. And so that would be 4 circles, 4 circles. You need a total of 8 if you do it the way I'm doing it. All right, so glue your circles. So this will fit here. So it's going to fold not quite dead center. It's going to be a bigger flap on this side. I know only the top one shows, but the edges show, so I'm just going to go ahead and ink them while I got them out apart. Okay. And then I'm going to get brads. I need 2 brads. So I got the Tim Holtz mini brads, mini paper fasteners, I think is what they're called, which are these. So I just need 2 of those ones. All right, that's fine. I don't like my crocodile, but I do like it for punching holes. So let's pull that out. And then I'm going to punch this hole. And put the brad through it. And do the same thing to this one. Sort of have them be the same. Oops. That one looks like it needs some more ink on it. Okay. And then see if that looks centered. And then use the crocodile. Make sure I got the right side to punch a hole. Ooh, that's off center. Oh well. Okay. Rotate it so it's not so obvious. All right, and then I'm going to take some washi tape and some glue and just put over that brad just to kind of secure it a little bit better. Then I'm going to take a piece of that brown craft paper, if I can find it. Here's a different piece. And I'm going to cut a couple of circles. Okay. All right. And I'm going to glue that over that. Because when that folds down, you'll be able to see it. It's not a big deal. You could certainly leave it alone and I don't think anybody would even notice. Oh. Yeah, be sure you put the glue on the right side. I am having a time with the glue. I'm having a time with everything today for some reason. All right, let's see if I got another piece of craft paper in here. Maybe that'll solve the problem. Ooh, that cut really raggedy around the edges on that. Okay, well, let's trim that off. And then ink it. Okay. All right, so I've got my two circles, which I can now put it on after this is done because it's going to go over the top of it anyway. What in the world? I was supposed to put two circles together and then punch the hole. So I only have one circle. I think this will still work fine because this is pretty thick. So I'm going to let it go. Were you watching me and saying, no, don't do it yet? So this will go down here and this will go down here. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so here we go. Back to this pocket. So kind of stopped in midstream to get those circles done because I suddenly remembered that I didn't have them when I wanted them. So now I'm going to glue this pocket in, and it's going to go down here like that. So it's down here, and I'm going to line it up with the bottom pocket as best I can. And glue it down. And so it opens up. It opens up. Oh, the bottom didn't glue. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so put more glue down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and glue it across that folded part too, just so it's extra secure. And then this will go up here. This will go down here. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that over like that. And it just glues right here. Make sure that you glue it just to the next page. Don't get 2 pages by accident. Ooh, and that's going to go right over where that says faith comes by hearing. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Okay. And that is so thick, I think I might want to clamp that for a little bit. And then this one on the bottom is going to go here and just fold over like that. Make sure I've got the right page. So glue here. Center it. And clamp it. And then get some waxed linen thread. Get it out of my bookbinding kit. And tie it around this circle. Double knot. this off. And that ought to be enough. Okay, and that's over here on this side. You can still read that. All right, so that is the two pockets. This opens up. There's a pocket here that has the accordion, one down here. So we're good to go. Whew. Goodness sakes, I hope that didn't scare you off from trying it. It wasn't as hard as I made it look, I don't think. But anyway, thank you for watching. And I'm going to stop now. And if you did like watching it, click the like button if you wouldn't mind. Think about subscribing. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.